Hello everybody, welcome to GISE Pathshala Grade 7 Social Science History. Our chapter 2 is New Kings and Kingdoms. See, we have seen in our previous lectures that how the new kings and kingdoms are there, how they came. Now see, we have seen that prashastis were there, land grants were there. Some of the Vaishyas and Brahmins came and they also became the ruler. They left their traditional practices. After that, war land grants was there. Land grants were given to them. Some of the Brahmins, to those who were writing about the rulers, they were getting the land grants also. Now warfare. How the rulers were fighting to maximize their area, to making vast their area. The rulers were fighting how the foreign invaders came and they raided the wealth from India. Now many dynasties were there, many rulers were there at that time. So now we are going to see about some of the rulers. See, now we are going to see about the Chola dynasty, the Chola rulers. See, the orange color boundary is given. In previous lecture also I have told you that that boundary is a fluctuating boundary, means suppose it is not fixed. Suppose they are getting their cholas are fighting with another ruler and they are getting the more a land, then they are including that land in this and their boundary might be the broader. So this is the fluctuating boundary, not a fixed boundary. See, that much big area of the cholas were having the big areas. After that, see, Chola kingdom grew in size and power with the conquest of neighboring areas by successor of Vijayalaya. See, Chola kingdom grew in size and power. See, Chola kingdom grew in size and power. Their power was also more and they grew highest. The Pandyas and Palwas territories to the south and the north became part of the Chola kingdom. See, Pandyas and Palwas territories to the south. So it means from the south they have taken under them the Pandyas and Palwas, and north also they were taken. Pandyas from south and the Palwas from north became the part of Chola kingdom. See, the Pandyas and Palwas territories to the south and north. See, Pandyas from the south and Palwas from the north also came under the Chola kingdom because Chola fought with them and they were defeated. Raja Raja I was considered the most powerful Chola ruler. See, who was considered as the most powerful Chola ruler? Raja Raja I. He became king in 985 and expanded control over most of the areas mentioned above. See, whatever area was mentioned, all the areas was covered by the Raja Raja I. He recognized an administration of the empire. He recognized the administration of the empire means he made the very good administrative work also. See, whenever administrative work is proper, then only the king can do better work. His son Rajendra I continued his policy and even raided the Ganga Valley. See, where the Ganga Valley and where the south. So up to Ganga Valley, Rajendra I, his son also conquered the things and policies and even raided the Ganga Valley, Sri Lanka and countries to Southeast Asia. See, his son was more powerful. He raided the part of Ganga Valley, Sri Lanka, Southeast Asia and developing a navy for these expeditions. And for doing all this work outside India, Sri Lanka, Southeast Asia, he made a navy also, proper navy also he was having. So after all these things, they made their dynasty, they were the powerful rulers. See, Chola Empire, Rajendra built splendid temples in Tanjore and Gangakondai Cholapuram. There were various economic, social and cultural activities associated with the temples. See, they made very good temples in Tanjore and Gangakondai Cholapuram. But now the temples were for many activities. Temples were used in many activities, good activities. The temples become the nuclei of settlements that grew around there. न्यूक्ली मीन्स सेंटर ऑफ सेटलमेंट. टेम्पल्स के आसपास जो भी सेटलमेंट करते थे उनके लिए वो एक सेंटर पॉइंट हो जाता था. दिस वर सेंटर ऑफ क्राफ्ट प्रोडक्शन लाइक ब्रोंज इमेजेस. सी, देर द artisans were making the craft productions and bronze images also, like bronze images. Temples received huge land and endowment from rulers. Temples also received huge land and money and all the things from the rulers. The The produce of all these lands went into maintaining all the specialists who worked at the and lived near the temple: priests, garland makers, cooks, sweepers, musicians, and etc. These temples were getting the land grant. So from those lands, whatever production was there, that was used for the benefit of the people, those who are working in the temple and staying nearby the temple. So who were there? Priests, garland makers, cooks, sweepers, musician. Garland makers mean in simple language we are saying that फूल हार बनाने वाले. So all these people were working in the temple or nearby temple. Those who were staying, they all were getting the things from the whatever the production or produce will be there from the land grant given to the temple. See, these are the temple. Brihadeshwar temple at Tanjore and Gangaikonda Cholapuram temple. These two temples are there. The impact of temples means what are the importance of temple? See, temple is the center of worship. Temple was the center of worship, center of craft. Many craft things were production was made in the temple. Nucleus of settlements. Nucleus of settlement means center point of settlement. Center of economic, social and culture. Economic means they were making the things and they were earning some money. सोशल लोग वहाँ पे जमा होते थे, कुछ बातचीत कर सकते थे. In cultural life, our culture was also maintained. So these things were very important for the temple. Now see, how did Chola ruler improve the agriculture? See, they improved the agriculture also. How? Clearing forest lands to bring more land under cultivation. See, they cleared the forest and brought more land under cultivation. फॉरेस्ट क्लियर करके ज़्यादा लैंड उन्होंने फार्मिंग के लिए ले ली. इरीगेशन वर्क्स वर डेवलप्ड. इरीगेशन मीन्स वाटर फॉर द वाटर फैसिलिटीज फॉर द एग्रीकल्चर. फार्मिंग के लिए जो भी वाटर फैसिलिटीज चाहिए, दैट इज द इरीगेशन. दे ऑल्सो डेवलप वेरी गुड इरीगेशन फैसिलिटीज. वेल्स वर डग, कैनल्स वर बिल्ट, टैंक्स वर कंस्ट्रक्टेड टू कलेक्ट रेन वाटर. वेल्स बनाए गए, कैनल्स बिल्ट कर की गई और टैंक्स भी बनाए गए टू कलेक्ट द रेन वाटर. बिल्ट एम्बारमेंट टू प्रिवेंट फ्लडिंग. एम्बार्कमेंट बना दिए जिसकी की वजह से फ्लडिंग से पानी अटक जाता है. कावेरी रिवर प्रोवाइडेड वाटर फॉर द इरीगेशन एंड फर्टाइल सॉइल. कावेरी रिवर वॉज देयर एंड द कावेरी रिवर वॉज प्रोवाइडिंग fertile land and soil and water for the irrigation. See, here river Kaveri river is given, Uriyar is given, Tanjore is given, and Gangaikonda Cholapuram is given. See, all the places. Kaveri river provided water for irrigation and fertile soil. See, Kaveri river is mostly providing the fertile soil and irrigation, water for irrigation to these places. After this Chola administration, how the administration work was going on during the Chola region? The Chola state was centralized monarchy, maintained large bureaucratic monarchy, maintained large royal standing army, which was recruited and controlled by the Chola rulers directly. See, they had a strong army and it was directed and ruled by the rulers. It was administered in the following ways. एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन उनका कैसे चलता था? लोकल लेवल ब्राह्मण्स विलेज असेंबली सभा एंड नॉन ब्राह्मिकल असेंबली नाडू. सी, लोकल लेवल ब्राह्मण की एक विलेज असेंबली होती थी, दैट इज द सभा, एंड नॉन ब्राह्मिकल असेंबली इज नाडू, और लोकल पीसेंट्स असेंबली और performed many administrative functions. See, local peasants means farmers were there, their assembly was there, that is a yor. When non-Brahmical assembly, those people who were not belonging to Brahmin caste, other castes were there, their assembly was known as Nadu, and local level Brahmin village assembly was Sabha. So one assembly was made by Brahmin, local Brahmin, that is Sabha. Non-Brahmical means other than Brahmins were there, their assembly was Nadu, and peasants, local peasants means local farmers assembly was there, that is considered as a Or. Now rich peasants of Velal caste exercised considerable control over affairs of Nadu under the supervision of central Chola government. Rich peasants of Velal caste exercised considerable control over the affairs of Nadu. See, नॉन ब्राह्मणिकल जो भी थे उनके अफेयर्स के ऊपर ध्यान रखने के लिए जो थे वो थे रिच पीसेंट्स. एसोसिएशन ऑफ ट्रेडर नोन एज Nagaram. Association of Traders means business people was known as Nagaram. Occasionally perform administrative function in town. Sabha looked after Brahmadaya. Sabha had separate committee to look after the irrigation work, temple and charity, etc. See, Sabha looked after Brahmadaya's means Sabha had separate committee. One separate committee was there to look after the irrigation work, temple and charity. Members of Sabha got elected. Now, how the member of Sabha got elected? Through a lucky draw system. Suppose we are keeping some cheat and from the cheat, one cheat you are taking out, that is a lucky draw type. Candidates could contest election only if they had their own homes. See, who can come in the Sabha, who can become the candidate of the Sabha, had their own homes, age between 35 to 70 years. उनकी एज 35 टू 70 ईयर्स की होनी चाहिए और उनके ओन होम होने चाहिए. एंड वर वेल वर्स्ड इन वेदास, जिनको वेदास प्रॉपर आने चाहिए. इन एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव मैटर, वेदास एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव मैटर्स एंड ऑनेस्ट एक्सेट्रा. they were knowing the administrative matters, Vedas, and they should be honest. So like that the members of Sabha were there. See, the members of Sabha were elected as a member of Sabha were elected in a lucky draw type system. They were putting the tickets in the committee were written on a small tickets on a palm leaf. These tickets were put into an earthenwarm pot. See, they were making the cheat type and the cheats were made. They were keeping in the earthen pot from which a young boy was asked to take out the tickets. The young boy was they called one boy and the boy was taking out the tickets one by one for each committee, so like that lucky draw type system was there for the selection of the members of the Sabha. After that, type of land. See, Chola inscription mentions several categories of land. The land categories were there. Velavangi, land of non-Brahman peasants proprietors. नॉन ब्राह्मण पीसेंट्स की जो लैंड थी दैट इज द वेलावांगी. ब्रह्मोदया लैंड गिफ्टेड टू ब्राह्मण्स. ब्राह्मण्स वर गिफ्टेड लैंड, दैट लैंड was considered as Brahmodaya. Shala Bhoga, land for maintenance of school. See, for the maintenance of school, the land was given. Maintenance of school means not building of school, but some land was given. From that they were doing some agriculture work, and whatever the agriculture work they are selling in the market and getting the money, those money they were using for the school, that is the maintenance of school. Devdana, land gift to temples. And Palichandam, land donated to Jain institutions. Land donated to Jain institutions. So this type of lands were there, different lands they were giving to different people, and according to that what purpose they were giving, the name of the types of land was mentioned. See, now points to remember that the different rulers were given. See, Gurjar Parthia dynasty ruled over Rajasthan and Gujarat, where Gurjar Parthia rulers ruled over Rajasthan and Gujarat. Rashtrakutas ruled over Western Deccan. Palas ruled over Bengal. Cholas ruled over Tamil Nadu. Chalukyas ruled over Karnataka, and Palwas ruled over Kanchipuram in South India. So all these rulers were there. Thank you.